Today I'm going to show you guys what I usually do to keep riding during the winter, especially when you're dealing with snow, ice, and most of the time sub-freezing temperatures. First of all, you have to choose which bike to use. Are you going for a road bike ride or for a mountain bike ride? During the winter, I usually do not go for road bike rides because here in New England especially, you deal with a lot of ice on the side of the road where you usually ride the bike. You deal with a lot of sand and salt on the side of the road as well. And this bike is not meant to handle a lot of sand, a lot of salt on the side of the road, and the ice especially. So I usually go for a mountain bike ride. In the woods is usually much more repaired from the elements, from the wind. It's sometimes from the cold as well, and it's also slower. So you're going at a slower pace, and so you don't feel the cold as much as if you were going for a road bike. In addition, the drawback for going on a mountain bike riding in the winter, especially if there is snow and ice on the ground, is that the regular tires won't do it. So you need to purchase some studded tires if there's a lot of ice and compact snow. If the snow is fresh and deep, unfortunately these tires won't do it, and you will probably need to go with a fat bike or with much larger tires and kept to a very low pressure, even though it still doesn't do as well as a fat bike on fresh snow. I show you why I usually choose to ride a mountain bike during the winter versus a road bike. Now I'm going to show you what I usually wear. It's a lot of clothes to stay warm on the trails and keep my ride going for an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on the days. So let's start from the feet. So you want to have some winter socks, some warm or thermal socks that you can wear, and then I usually put on some reflective soles in my shoes so they will keep the warmth in instead of dissipating out. And warmer days, so I will say lower 30s, upper 20s, and above that I usually wear half a shoe cover, which is like protect me from the wind and keep the warmth inside. And if the days are really cold, I will go with a pair of neoprene or other materials shoe covers. Also, don't forget that it's essential. I usually use some toe warmers or some foot warmers, the longer version, if the day is really cold. Going to your hands, which are, according to myself, one of the most important part for your ride, I usually have pretty warm winter gloves with some lining gloves inside, and usually in between the two layers I put some hand warmers, especially if the day it's cold and temperatures are in the lower 20s or upper teens. For my arms, I usually some hand warmers, and then I have a regular cycling shirt, like a short sleeves one. And then if the day is really cold, I usually wear a vest. However, be careful, because if you're wearing too much clothes, then you risk to sweat. And then when you sweat and you get cold, it's time to go back home. You can't keep riding, or at least I can't keep riding. And then on top of it, I usually wear a long sleeve jacket, which is not necessarily super warm. However, the essential is that will protect and stop the wind from coming in. So that's essential. As far as my legs goes, I usually wear a pair of like regular summer bibs, and then on top of those I usually wear very warm winter bibs to have at least 2 layers on my thigh. Then on my head, I usually wear a full face mask that will allow me to keep my mouth either covered or uncovered if I need, and will keep my neck protected as well from the cold. And then on top of it, I usually wear my regular summer helmet and a pair of glass. This is actually pretty good, and I've been able to ride for a couple hours in weather conditions with temperatures in the 20s. So after this little show of what I wear and what I ride during winter times, enjoy a little bit of a winter ride.